Yeah, and therefore, hello and welcome everybody. This is another episode of InVCast's PUBG EU Scrims. Or, well, to say the least, hello and welcome. I hope you enjoyed PGS so far. We had a, bit of upsets, a bit of surprises for my point. I was surprised to see Taikule or Too Cool reach the upper half of the leaderboard because I didn't have those guys on my um on my side at all. So, well, we'll see how that goes. Nonetheless, I was surprised by them. I was surprised that they yeah that they trade that they trade did so amazing, and that Pero barely made it to the finals with the likes of Ming Ming and Eggsstuffed. But that aside, we will cast today's PUBG EU Pro Scrims, and we have a lot of good teams with us again. A lot of German teams as well, or mixed German teams. Let's hop over to the leaderboard and show you who will be joining us today. As you can see, we have 180 hour with us, 4 Angry Sense, 7 Gaming, Ascent, Akatsuki, Bushido, Eternal Fire, E-Wave, Fairy Tale, Foot Esports, Grove Street, Slam G, The Sleep Dodgers, Sweaty Farmers, TBA, The Misoff, and Without Dope. Even though we are not really able to see the logo of Without Dope, that will change once we head into the game. And as you can see, we have 4 pro teams with us, being Ascent, Bushido, Eternal Fire, and last but not least, hey, weren't there 4? Foot Esports, there we go. Look them over. And that from me, with my favorite pixel in the lobby, or in this case, Novik fan, because he renamed himself. That's a crux on the live servers. Everybody has different names that you don't really. Well, you at least partially know who's behind those names. Because Novik fan is quite obvious. I know Pixel and Novik are playing very, 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 very often together, or they did that early, and they're good friends. For the likes of 280991 and Skr, I had to ask, and I know now that 280991 is T-Bone, while Skr is Vard. Initially, I thought it would be the other way around because Vard is older than T-Bone, but well, that has nothing to do with that. And we're still waiting for their, for a quite good chunk of the lobby, it seems. 62 players have joined so far, or 62 players and coaches have joined so far. So we're missing at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. So we will start with 74, it seems. I can see 3 coaches, 4 coaches, 5 coaches. But yeah, like I said, there are still a few players missing before we will head on to match number 1. But that won't hinder us, because we still have a lot to talk about. Yeah, I wasn't able to cast last week, or the remaining days of last week, like I said earlier. And I wasn't able to cast this week for now, because a lot of the bigger names also. Additionally, I casted the PGS in German from Monday to today, and will do so from Friday to Sunday. I had 2 other casts on Monday and Tuesday for the German Uniliga, which is a university league where the teams send university teams, and they try to play in different games. On Monday it was Rocket League, on Tuesday or yesterday it was League of Legends, so I did cast that. But that aside, I will try to do more PUBG casts again in the future for the EU Scrims, especially since I'm currently trying to get the Twitch partner, and that totally helped with the support you guys have been giving me and the viewers. So I'm really grateful for that. Thank you for being here. I know we don't have all the top teams with us, especially not since the Sonics or Falcons did not join us, because they are at PGS and they have a different sleep schedule, obviously, because China has a different time zone than the EU has. Same goes for all the other pro teams, which are currently not in the EU or in Americas, and therefore are currently in China or somewhere else. And that, like I said, that means we have only a few teams with us, but those teams will still deliver us some good gameplay. At least I hope so. And it looks like match number 1 might start now. One team is only playing with 3 players, but, well, that happens. It looks like Fairy Tale might be the one, if I reckon correctly. Let's see that once we joined the match and my observer files are loaded. So first match will be a wrangle, like we're currently playing PGS. That's the same. We start with a wrangle and then head on to Tego, as well as Rondo, and then we go over to Miramar. I wanted to say to Milta, but yeah, Milta is on rank. Nonetheless, let's hop over to match number 1. And as you can see, our playing path, well, is not the worst, not the best either. We will start to the left of Milta, or in the west of Milta, and head over in the left of Severny, and we'll head over to Milta, where we end in the in the south of Milta Power. So this roughly is the area which the teams might be able to reach. So Quarry, Primorsk, Gatka barely, and the part of the south of Georgia Pole are out of the question. Same goes obviously for Sosnovka Island, as well, at least the western part of it. Eastern part will be reachable, and therefore the teams most likely will try to get there. And let me check here. There we go. Yeah, Fairy Tale only joined with 3 players, so let's see what they can do. First match on a angle on today's PUBG EU Pro Scrims starts now. And as you can see, our plane is making its way to the sides of a angle. Let's hop over. First teams to jump out are to be announced, and 7 gaming going for Severny. It seems TBA will go for Georgia Pole, I guess. Same goes for Footballist. Then we have Without Dope here. Same goes for 100 ADR, also going for a split around Severny, maybe Ghost Town here. Sleep Dodgers with the Rorschach split, where anybody is quite close to Without Dope there. Now turning away after he saw, well, there are more players there. Sweaty Farmers going for the contest on School and Apps, with Shipless still there. Not quite sure if TBA announced that they want to drop there. Same goes for Yasnaya Poyana. There we have Fairy Tale and the guys from oh man, missing it. TMO, the miss-off. So it looks like Shipless wasn't sure where to go. His teammates did drop in Georgia Pole. And we're gonna hop over here to the action. First knock and flush by TMO. 2 kills for them so far. Griffith, the last remaining player for Fairy Tale. And yeah, he only has a pan. Chris, quite close as well for Ascent. And now the train shall commands 4 players against 1. Griffiths already has given up after he saw that TMO advanced, and therefore Fairy Tale eliminated quite early after 2 minutes. And like I said, in the back we can see Chris for Ascend with the M16, double M16 loadout. I guess he will change that once he gets better weapon. But yeah, Ascend with Chris here quite close to the players from TMO. Will try to get away now though. Circle shifted in their favor, in both of the teams' favor. Current center being around here is the trenches below the lumberyard. Oh no, above mentioned, my fault. These are the lumberyard trenches. And we have another team. Eternal Fire facing off against Slam G here. Arcade's still waiting. Oh, gets tagged there. Oh, the Mad from behind. With the shotty. Artix is in trouble now. Double shotgun by Quetper. Directly proning. Nice shot. No, he's not prone. He's not. No. Was knocked. Slam G in trouble as well. Boostic. Trying to get around. Has seen the mat now. And the VSS does its deed. Lorex has to go for the race now. Ogore in the building behind. Shotty in hand. Oh, nice shots by the mat. And jump shot gets the knock done. And now it's just Mogore as last player alive for Slam G. What can he do? What can he see? Wanted to bait the mat. Nice shots by him. And that's the VSS again. Mogore against Code Marco. The mat behind the car. As we can see, Quetper coming in from below. Nice nade by Schiller, and that's it. Slam G eliminated as well on rank number 16. Quite an early out as well for the lineup from Slam G. As you can see, 2 teams quite close to Milta, where we have 4 Angry Sands and E-Wave. And the Sweaty Farmers might be in trouble against Ascent here. Shots coming out by Paints and Keely. Let's follow the Sweaty Farmers. Demir leading the pack. Voxes for Grove Street currently on top of the hill. And in the back, we can see Brex go. Might have heard Demir arriving. So he's trying to get to safety. Says, all right, I'm gonna leave those compounds in the back open. Interesting style. Driving school Brexco. Again, Sweaty Farmers not going for that compound. They left Jacob down here between Ascent and Grove Street. That might be a good idea. I'm not quite 100% sure it is, though. X quite close to Kazoo. More shots coming out by Nedex in the direction of 7 Gaming's rotation. Emo in the circle. Needs to move. Just got Xiong quite close to Slacky. Trying to retreat now a bit. 4 Angry Sands quite close to U-Wave here. No fight so far. Slacky trying to move around though. Might get the upper hand. Has seen Tiska now. I did not see him. And that's the next knock of the game. Jeez, I'm on fire today, at least for match number 1. Quick step was seen. Slacky now retreating. Saying, alright, I don't want to take more of your time. Project X left. Against the rotation, Kazoo gets tagged here. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. And Project X left gets breached by Deka and Granex. Saying hello and goodbye. Kazoo gets into the compound as well, and therefore Grove Street down another man. Seifu, Voxes, and Kazoo have to search for a different compound to play now. Swain with a knock against Red Fury. Celtic. Oh, with some nice tags against Trinotropica. I know it's Swain. Celtic going for the breach. No, he decides to go. Decides not to do it. Swain with another nice shot against Trinotropica. Trying to get the kill in against Red Fury. And the rest of Akatsuki lands in the compound. Reyes is going through. And Akatsuki will be able to play with 4 players. Throw. Seen by Nail Kjop. TBA still needs to get into the circle. Only team which is still out of it. Can see Eternal Fire arriving below without Dope here. We're currently on the dirt road. Nice tags here. Top tire. Eternal Fire losing the first one and the second one. Quetba and Shilla both out. Unfortunate. There's Akabe with the double knock here. Back we can see Kurt Marco rotating. Checking out the top hill where his teammates died. Alright, let's go for the left copy paste. Or not. Maybe go for the left copy paste. Looks good. Looks like there's nobody here. And he might be correct with that. Circle shifted to the north. Good circle shift for 180 AR for foot. Sand and TMO. As well as for the sleep dodges. That's coming out from 7 Gaming in the direction of the Sweaty Farmers. And it looks like they might go for a push here. eBay and Björnter in the trenches. Or Jacob was put back to his feet by the mayor. Wow. I'm not quite sure that was planned. But I guess we had a little communication problem between eBay and Jacob. That's a second knock for Jacob, which is not good. We are now driving in circles. Oh no, Björnter driving in circles. Mea's on the back seat. They lost two tires already. Going for the push maybe against Grove Street. Oh, eBay almost knocked. Might want to switch wheels. Drivers. Krynix on top of the hill. Hasn't heard the Sweaty Farmers yet. But I've done so now. 7 Gaming is opening up. Jacob knocked again. Third knock. Third time's the charm, or in this case, the kill. That nade is, well, kind of perfect. Another one. This time Dimea gets hit, gets knocked. Another one below the car. Dimea's down. eBay tries his best. Björnte gets knocked, and that should be almost it for the Sweaty Farmers. Very unfortunate. Flash directly in the face of eBay. So coming in from the side, and that's it. GG, well played. Thanks for coming. Sweaty Farmers eliminated on rank 15 due to unfortunate positioning below 7 Gaming. Shipless with a kill against Scanner, with the knock against Scannon. They unfortunately lost Yarali already. Player 1 tries his best against Shipless. They coming out, and Shipless gets rocked as well. Crosscow and Xelpi on the other side. Can't do much. They do have the high ground. But that's not helping them. You can see T-Bone quite close here on the other side. The ridge was seen by Xelpi. Now retreating together with 80. On a tire pop. TMO shooting the rotation of E-Wave. Let's see where they want to go. Right from behind. Hotspot and Shro up here. Again, Xelpi and Ku and Crosscow. Skill against Kusakabe. Shots coming out now from Grove Street in the direction of 4 Angry Sands. Top of the hill. Seifu already quite close here. Waiting for the car explosion. Illy with a double nade. And that's E-Wave out for you on rank 14. Sorry to all Ascent enjoyers. Didn't he see Quickstep there? And he drops down. Well, Seifu, I guess that wasn't really planned. That one was more planned, but didn't hit. Very unfortunate for him. The flash coming out. Nate in hand by Quickstep. That one. Almost perfect. And that one hits the mark. Foxes with better nade game than his teammate Seifu. Another nade. Another good one. Almost getting Opium's Enjoy there. Well, the fighting against Decker here. Pains with another nade against Celtic. Katsuki coming in below the ridge. Voxis with another nade. Voxis with a knock against Hisoku. Oh, and knock against Decker confirmed. He's trying to drop down. And there he falls. Seifu now 1 against Manny. 3-man knocked. There's only 1 left. Chris with a knock against Celtic. Still playing the M16. Quite sure if that's wanted. And that's it. GG. Well played. Seifu with the elimination of Akatsuki. Gets knocked by Opium's Enjoy though. Bazoo has to make his way up the hill now. Searching for some more ammo, obviously. Going for the rest on Voxes first. Most likely will stay alive while Grynex from behind with the knock against Ozio Velty. P90 in hand. Will come down. Kill will be confirmed. Kazoo, we see flush against Seifu. Can see circle shifted again. Helping moving forwards. Right in front of him, he has They Are One and Forever Alone. Crossbow taking over the position above them. First shot's coming out by Selby. Made by Crosscow. That will be a good one. Almost perfect against Forever Alone. Matt from above might be in on that fight. A bit too short. On both sides. Oh, that's one. That was not where I wanted to go. Matt almost gets rocked there. Crosscow moving up the hill now. Opium's Enjoy gets eliminated. Crosscow gets shot at from behind. That should be Footballist. And Selby takes home another kill for him. Gets rocked though by They Are One. Oh no, by the circle. Journal fires the mat eliminated by antibodies for the sleep dodges. And that's it for Without Dope. Last kill by Crosscow. Pixel with some nice shots against him now. 8C quite close as well. Has to watch out for the opening, or for the opening up sleep dodges. Otherwise I must spot him. So let's see if Crosscow might survive this. Good position so far by Footballist. Bald here has seen Grynex. Nice tack, and he gets the knock in. Kazoo now, the last remaining member for 7 Gaming. And Crosscow is eliminated by Shro. Sleep Dodgers still alive with 4 players. The Musaf also still with all 4 players alive. Edex, Justus. The name I can't pronounce with the Milk Tack and Sparta. Negative says, I need another airdrop. Kazoo's still waiting behind the tree here. Will most likely die in the not too short future. Hello, yes, look in my direction, please. Then down here we have Chris and Kelly as the last 2 remaining members of Ascent. That looks interesting. That's something. Kelly with the emergency cover flare in the building. I'm not gonna. I'm not quite sure if that will help in the building. Nonetheless, you can try, Kelly. Can try. Then over here we have Bushido still with 3 players. TMO pushing against 180R now. Emergency, no, not the emergency cover flare. The oh yeah, great. There was the airdrop flare. Oh, we have airdrops here? No, it seems not. Might be the reason why it wasn't picked up earlier. In the PTS game. Phoenix now right below Higgs. Nate coming out. Nice one. Did a bit of damage there. Higgs retreating to their tier 3 building, and anybody's negative now with the push here. Anybody's gets knocked by Higgs. Another nade, another knock. Matt negative down as well. Throw moving closer. And, well, that nade only kills his teammate. Nice try, though. Novik with the knock on Mosport. And now Shro is the last remaining player for the Sleep Dodgers. We're still unsure what to do. Smoke in front of him. Another nade, another miss. Bart coming in from behind says, alright, I'm going to take the kill against Mosport. Fight for the blue, so to say. All 4 teams, or 3 teams, are not in the circle. We still have a car here, which might be good for the lineup. From team, and now they're pushing. Now you guys are pushing. X gets killed. And, well, Shro showing that, look, he's not as invincible as he thinks he is. Another knock. Just as pushing forwards, knock by Footballist. X gets a kill against Luik, and that's it for 100 ADR. Spotter gets a kill against Wabuki. Now Pixel and Vard facing off against Sparta. Oh, he's not so lucky with the links. Sand eliminated. Last kill going to Celtic. Oh, that might be a good name. No, way too short. That one was better. Pixel not willing to get knocked by Need X. And that was a perfect nade by Vard. Shots coming in from the side. Medbay gets a kill. Sparta now the last remaining player for the miss-off. Don't want to say he has to move, but he has to move. And he has to move now. He's moving in the direction of Vard and Pixel. We're down to 4 teams. 1 player left for 7 Gaming, which is Kazoo. 2 players left for Footballist. And, well, 1 player left for TMO. And that's it for TMO. Out on rank number 4. Kudos to Vard and Pixel. Are trying to go for rotation now. Let's follow them. Kazoo says, shoot him while it's hot. Nade in hand. And, well, that's it. GG, well played. That nade says, alright, Footballist, you are eliminated. And Bushido, you win this. Well, 9 kills by 7 Gaming with 1,443 damage by Bushido and 7 assists by 7 Gaming. That means 7 Gaming did an awful lot of kills and assists, but not as much damage as Bushido. Still, they didn't win the match, even though Kazoo tried his best. Let's hop over for a quick break, and then I'll be back with you for match number 2, and obviously the updated leaderboard. Another match, another round. As you can see, our plane this time starts below Nova Repnoi and will go, well, to the same spot almost we started earlier, because we end left to Severny. And as you can see, our plane roughly leaves almost nothing out of the question for the players to enjoy in regard to drop spot, except for Primorsk and for Milter Power, Bake, and Lipovka, as well as Kameshki up on here. Except that almost everything is reachable for the teams if you drive. Obviously, you can reach every position in the game and on the map. Nonetheless, this will be match number 2, and I completely forgot that I wanted to show you the updated leaderboard. Well, I guess that has to wait for a bit. We'll do that. Well, we can do that additionally. I'm gonna tell you what happened on the leaderboard. But yeah, like I said, I won't show it to you, but there we go. Bushido, 15 points, first place. Second place to 7 Gaming with 14 points. Then we have Foot Esports with 11 points. 10 points for the Miss Off, 7 points for Ascent, 7 points as well for 100 ADR, 6 points for Grove Street, 5 points for the Sleep Dodgers, 4 points for TBA. Then we have 4 points as well for Without Dope and Eternal Fire. 2 points each for Angry Sense and E-Wave, and without points so far are Akatsuki, Sweaty Farmers, Slam G, and Fairy Tail. First teams to jump out of the plane are right here. The guys from 180R, as well as 4 Angry Sense and 1 player from Without Dope. I'm not quite sure what Timber Save is trying to do there. But well, you can try. They're going for a big split there, it seems. Eternal Fire quite close to Slam G. It looks like they want to contest them again. So this will be interesting. Same most likely might happen with Fairy Tail and TMO in Yasnaya. And, well, sure, it's quite close to the players from the Sweaty Farmers. We're going to hop over here. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. Lurex, the first one to be knocked out by Schiller. Another knock. Boostic goes down, and there it is. Slam G eliminated again by Eternal Fire. That drop again did not pay out. And Slam G, well, they might try to do something else next time. Circle shifts again in favor of Milter and the main island, it seems. Even though we have 2 teams on Sosnovka Island, they most likely will need to move to the main island. And as we can see, Ascent quite close to TBA. Killy quite close to Crosscar will most likely try to go for a car over here for that safe spawn. As we could see, Crosscar already waiting with the UMP in hand. Killy had the shotgun, trying to dodge behind. Searching for a weapon. XLP already going. Trying to get behind Killy. And for now in hand, Pains on the other side can be seen in the back of North George with another UMP as well. And it's TMO again against Fairy Tail. Let's up over there. Edex. Behind the wall. And get what? How did he get knocked even after that? From behind. So see. It's 1 against 1 now. Griffiths. Another attack. And here comes the push, and when push comes to shove, the miss-off is eliminated on rank 16. So Ascent made it out of there. They lost Killy though. Didn't see that in the kill feed, if I'm not mistaken. So let's check out where everyone is. Fairy Tail in Yasnaya, we have 7 Gaming in Severny with a split. Ascent looting the compounds around North George because they lost Killy there. South George being looted, well, the container part being looted by Footballist. Then we have Grove Street in Zaki. Also not in the circle. Same goes for Without Dope here in Gatka. Interestingly, oh yeah, it was their coach. Not quite sure why he landed on the, or tried to land on the Snovka. But yeah, it should have been their coach. Knock right here by Karks against the players from Bushido. Nakejob got knocked there. So very unfortunate for him. Quitba needs to heal. And as we can see, this bridge will be interesting in a few minutes. Because we have 4 Angry Sands, and obviously from the side, it's 100 ADR coming close. Like already moving up the hill here. You got Hicks there and Vabuki. And down here, quite, well, disillusioned and unsure that there's someone there. Tiska now with the knock against Hicks. He has to watch out now. Luik coming in from the side. Nate. Wow, that almost bounced up on the stone and would have been enough to get Tiska. Hicks gets flushed by Opium's Enjoy. Nate coming out. Not a good one. Smoke in the car now. Trying to get away here. And that was the first kill against 180R. They are retreating now. Buki has been spotted by OP. Looks like as will see. It's trying to get the angle of 180R. He did see Loic now, and he did see him. Says, all right, I'm not gonna try to go for that. It's too far off. Let's see what else happens. Slip dodges did get a knock. Where did that happen? A negative on here. On the dirt road. Anybody's coming in now though. And might have been kudos to E-Wave, I guess. Don't think that Quetpa might have knocked him. Bushido and Milter get a different color for them. It's hard to see here on Erangel. Pains and Seifu close to each other. I'm not quite sure what they did there, but it looked interesting. Maybe Pain said, hey, yo, don't rotate too close to us. Otherwise, you might not enjoy what's coming next. Before it's now Chris. Oh. Chris needed more gas. I see. Oh, that's the... Now I get it. Now I get why Seifu is up here. He's filling up... They were filling up the car. That's... Oh, yeah, that's a thing now on the angle. They did upgrade the... I'm missing the word now. The gas stations. Can get gas in them now. So that's what Seifu was doing there. Jakob with a kill against Brexco here. The mayor has seen anybody's. Bro, on top of the building, it seems. Quite sure how he got up there. But I might have an idea. So, if I'm not mistaken, you can, with some luck, you can get up here. Position for him is not as good as he thinks it is, though. If he gets knocked here, well, you can maybe crawl down here and fall down, but that's still gonna hurt. Emergency pickup from Pochinki by Akatsuki. Shots by there, one against Akim. Another team on military without dope. Eternal Fire also trying to disable some tires. Well, they learn from the best of the German players. Oh, we have two emergency pickups now. One by Grove Street and another one by Akatsuki. Circle shifts back to Milta. Milta completely free, almost free. Except for Bushido's playing here. Mako quite close to Kazoo. Might be in trouble. Kazoo did hear that he's retreating now. Medbay with a nice shot against him. As we can see, U-Wave trying to fly in here with Dulik. And he gets floored by Swain. Holy, that was intense. That reminds me a bit of PGS today. A similar scene there. Nate coming in. Well, if it didn't have bounce up here, it might have hit Picasso. Going to with the knock against Shro. Who did move, obviously, it seems. And then moved up here. From Ghost. From New Compound. Griffith! Might be Dad. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Hello. Ball is in a good position. Nice tag by Vart against Hyrex. Griffith moving closer again. It's alright. I'm gonna open up here. Grove Street landing in the outer parts of 7 Gaming, of Milta. Eternal Fire quite close as well. It's compound close to the bridge, where we currently have 4 Angry Sands. It's right here. There, one moving over with the boat. Quite sure where the rest of Without Dope is. Oh, they're already there. So now with the knock against Seifu. Nothing important though, only a knock over range. Up here we have Chris and Pains. Last 2 remaining players for his end. Slarky knocks there one with the boat explosion here. Take it with the knock against boxes. Oh. Not where I want to go. Go here. Possible with a knock against T-Bone. Looks like Watkins wants to go for the rescue. Question is, how safe is T-Bone here? This pixel down there. It's quite safe, I guess. Matt moving up. Grinex will be down. Coming in from behind from 4 Angry Sands. Matt makes it though. On the other side, Kazoo, Zuvis, and Taker did call. And oh, P90, nice. Airdrop. Come over here. The toll station. Send it, move into Milta. Circle shifts again hard to Milta. So our end circle might be around here-ish. Or here-ish. Most likely. Sweaty farmers dropping in hot. The question is, where do they want to go? Theoretically below them are without dope. With a knock and flush against Kuskabe. Almost gets knocked by Skinnin. Piota has to heal. Nate against Jacob. They are already killed. Same goes for eBay. Yeah, that was not their best idea here, I would say. A lot of fights happening at the moment. Almost everything over range though. Selby with a knock against Opium Sanjaya. Vazoo gets a knock against Quedpa. Jacob gets some nades. Gunter gets knocked. Oh. It would have been a good one if it would have gone through here. But not right that. Oh, that blue zone 8 might be good. Yes, it is. Björn goes knock again, and that nade finishes them all. We saw Dope annihilating the Sweaty Farmers. Rank 15 for them, this map. Let's hop over here. That's a bit too... not far enough. Quick step knocked as well. The remaining players for English Sands are here. Coming out, Opium Sanjay needs to heal. Circle shift again in the favor of Milta. This right here. A nice blue zone nades by Pixel. Against Mossboard, anybody still staying in the blue, and that's it for him. Sleep Dodgers eliminated. Blue zone nades for the win. Especially if you don't get out of them. And football is still staying strong. And this right here is the most ingenious way to stop people from breaching your compound. If you have a bicycle and you place it in front of the door. Oh, it's gone. I guess they picked it up. If you place it in front of the door will not open inwards. And it will not open outwards because you're standing in front of it. So the door won't open. Just maybe for your next round to self-improve. As additional information. That's something you can do. 100 ADR. Listening into the rotation from 4 Angry Sands. They're going for a heal. 7 gaming eliminated. Suez was found by Schiller. We can see 4 Angry Sands trying to arrive in the circle. And that was a power move here by Swain. Panther did its deed. Same goes for Nate Cube, though. Panther did its deed as well. He did get a knock-in against Selpy, but he got knocked in the process. Chipless facing off against Loic. From the side. The Nate coming out. Nice one. Chipless dead. Kudos to a Kim. Bushido on the rest now. Celtic trying to help Nate Cube. Kim quite close here. Unsure what to do with this Nate. 180 are left with one player now. Project X left got the knock against Loic. Nate's coming out. Loic gets flushed. That's it for him. Akim, the last remaining player. For 180 yards. Shots from Fairy Tale in the direction of Footballist. I'm trying to get into the circle here. Matt got knocked by Swain. Gets killed by Skur though. Which is what. Oh, Akim able to move forward. Another house. Now the push continues by Eternal Fire. Celtic with the knock against Voxis. Gets the flush in as well. That's another thing I don't like, which is fights in cities. Because you never know when something will happen, if someone pushes or not. Because as you can see, we got a lot of people in here. Without Dope with 2 players, Akatsuki with 4 players, 2 players for E-Wave, 2 players for Ascent with a good position there. Then we have Grove Street with 3, 1 player left for 180 yards, 3 players left for Eternal Fire. We're trying to strain through the warehouse here. Celtic now with a kill against Akim. Bushido left with 3 players as well, and 4 players left for Footballist. And an airdrop right here on the field, as well as Fairy Tale 3. MG3. Ascent does not need to move. They lost a tire on the Dacia. They did lose another tire on the UAZ. And I guess this right here is our closest we have for a fight. Eternal Fire facing off against Bushido. What's coming in from behind? That Bay facing off against HC and Vard. Nice tags here. Celtic gets tagged. Nice spray in the direction of Quetpa. Nate coming out. That might be... Well, that's a good one. Schiller running right into that one. Stops momentarily. Nice try, though. Now another building for them. Slarky repositioning the cars. Panzer in hand, waiting for his opponents to arrive, which are in this case Grove Street. This was Zoo, Project X, Left and Seifu. Forever alone with a knock against Tropica. That's over here. And Scannon gets rocked by Soku. Now Forever Alone is alone. Loser Nate might be good enough against Red Fury. What? Did stay right in it. Why didn't he get no... Why didn't he get damage? Forever Alone gets another knock against Hisoku. So I get the kill against Seifu, and that might almost be it. Oh, wow! Right in the jump, Akatsuki eliminated by Without Dope. We're gonna hop over here. Eternal Fire is pushing against Grove Street now. They're trying to hold the angle. Nice tags from Project X left there. Blue Tornado. I'm not quite sure what Wazoo is trying to do there. Bushido eliminated. Matt Bay was killed by 80. And we lose Grove Street as well on rank 7. Eternal Fire still left with 2 players. One being knocked so far. Right over here we have Footballist. How did that happen? Shotgun out in the direction of Griffith. Down to 6 teams. Forever Alone is still alone. Then we have Ascent with Pains and Chris. And our mighty standoff here between E-Wave and Eternal Fire. E versus E. Grenade close to the house. Let's get some damage in against Code Marco. Nice nade against Kark. Slacky with the Panzer. Getting some damage in. Chris waiting for a shot. Gets a knock against Code Marco. Kill by Forever Alone. Nice nade by Slacky. He's going for the race on Karks now. Maybe. Takes one all with a knock against Griffith. Another nade coming in. Too long. No dice. Lucky. Underhand Molotov. Perfect against Quetpo. Lucky gets knocked now. And that's it. Pains with the kill against Karks. Quetpa will die bleeding out here. So this just leaves Chiller. 12 kills for him. Forever Alone moving up into the circle. We're gonna hop. Well, I wanted to say we hop over here to Footballist, but they already eliminated Fairy Tale. 80 now. Goes on Nathan Hand against Ascent, and this is not looking too good for them. Pains will go down. No, Chris will go down. Pains goes down as well, and that's it. Ascent eliminated by the Blue Zone Nate and the Nate from T-Bone. Eternal Fire eliminated as well. That's Forever Alone. 10 kills for Without Dope. Let's see how he fares in 1 against 4 against Footballist. I guess his best chance might be to kill himself with the Blue Zone Nate. Those nades are coming in here. And he gets floored by Vart. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner for Footballist with 13 kills and 9 assists. More damage though by Eternal Fire was 2060. Let's hop over for a quick break, and then I'll be back with you for match number 3, and this time I won't forget the leaderboard. And there we are, back again with the hopefully updated leaderboard. There it is, 34 points so far for Foot Esports on rank 1. Then we have 22 points for Bushido, 21 for Eternal Fire, 20 for Without Dope, 14 for 7 Gaming, 12 for Ascent, 11 for The Miss-Off, 10 for Grove Street, 9 for 100 ADR, 7 each for Fairy Tail, E-Wave and TBA, then 5 for the Sleep Dodgers, 3 each for the Sweaty Farmers, and 4 Angry Sens. Additionally to that, obviously, last but not least, 2 points for Akatsuki and 0 points so far for Slam G. And thanks again for the raid from Layla. Welcome together. I hope you'll enjoy the cast. Don't get too annoyed. And yeah, obviously, we're going to hop over for match number 3-ish. Once I hit this button, there we go. Match number 3 awaiting you. And as you can see, our plane starts below. This is Rinjiang and ends right here, close to Hei Mai town. So obviously this means roughly this is the jumpable area. This-ish. So my drawings look like in-game sprays. They use that as a well, possible in-game spray pattern. Nonetheless, this means that Stadium, Jiaotin, Baili, Nanchuan, Minhu, as well as, well, barely Jadena City are reachable. But we still have enough for the teams to be played, because there are a lot of big and smaller cities waiting for the players to arrive in them. This right here is a beautiful view. But that scenery will soon be the home of a mighty war brewing between 16 factions, or 17 factions, because we have 17 teams, for the winner chicken dinner. So let's have over here. Rondo is thy name. First team to jump out are the Sweaty Farmers, followed by TBA. Then we have the players from Fairy Tale and the Sleep Dodgers, followed by with a dope E-Wave Footballist, as well as Eternal Fire 180R, Slam G, then Grove Street, Bushido, 7 Gaming, and last but not least, we're almost done with our playing path. TMO, 4 Angry Sands, Ascend, and last but definitely not least, it's Akatsuki. Oh, they already did jump out there. These are, well, still have 2 coaches here. Brexco going for the last spot possible. And right here we have Slam G and 180R in Neox Factory and Test Track. Aside from that, everything else looks quite sleepy-ish. Trinotropica has to turn around a bit because he wanted to go to Muho Pan, where we already have 4 Angry Sands. Ben drowning himself here in the middle of the circle. Coach for Ascent, or in this case, the owner of Ascent, playing the coach slot here. There you are. Slam G. Well, so far, not many points for them. They did try to hot drop Eternal Fire on their angle. That did not pay off. This time they are, or they might face off against 180R. Question is that better for them, or is it even worse? You will decide, and they will play it out, most likely. And obviously, in the back, we still have Hicks right over here. Bit split from his team, saying, all right, I'm going to take the bus depot and loot over here. This would be also an interesting car to drive with over the battlefields, the battlegrounds. Saying, all right, I'm going to take the bus today. That would be quite interesting. A bus route with automated buses, like we have the loot trucks in Sunhawk, and then make an automated bus line which travels through all the roads and will deliver players everywhere. That would be quite interesting. Wetbar might be in trouble. They go up quite close to him. You can see Vubuki in the back. Can hear Celtic now. No shots though. Shots now from Vubuki here. Nice headshot against Celtic. Level 1 helm only. Did not help much there. You can see circle shifted to the north. Good position by Akatsuki now. This is quite often played compound in this circle. Might not be the best compound, but it's a compound and it's close to the middle of the circle. Lorex not flushing Celtic in a job. 1G over here. Taking care of 2 of the players from Bushido. And getting another boss. that's a huge plus. Down here, Matt Bay and Swain saying, all right, well, we tried our best. But our best wasn't enough, unfortunately. Therefore, we're down to 2 players. So let's see what else might happen next. We still have some rotations for without dope. TBA already rotating, same goes for the Sleep Dodgers. E-Wave needs to rotate, same goes for Fairy Tail, and the Sweaty Farmer needs to rotate as well. TMO already has an entry into the circle. They most likely try to play here in May Run or something. Maybe up here. That looked weird. And of course, oh, we have an emergency pickup for Kusakabe. He's doing this one alone, it seems. Not quite sure if he wants to do this alone. But I doubt his teammates will be fast enough before the copter arrives, so we'll see. Whee! So he will be the spotter for Without Dope, saying, all right, you can move here, you can move here, there's no rotation here. And I guess they most likely will try to go for rotation around here-ish. Maybe trying to go to Neox Factory, or playing this compound here. Or trying to go even deeper, but that might not be possible. Decker gets another kill in. Oh, that was a wide one. Oh, right here. Gets a kill in for 7 Gaming against TMO. Except for that, no real action taking place so far. Bit of shots from Eternal Fire in the direction of E-Wave. And, well, I am mistaken. What gets a kill in? We still have Voxes over here. Sees Voxes and gets a knock in, and that's it for another player from Grove Street. They're down to 2 now, if I'm not mistaken. Which I will do, and Project X left over here. Kazoo. Quite close to Kusakabe. Nice Molly. Fortunately, not doing much. The retreating now says, I don't want to push this, but we know he's there, so let him stay there. Trying to get an angle over the roof, maybe. Or not. Flash coming out. Another flash coming out. And that's it for Kusakabe. Deka with the kill. GG, well played. Out and about. We're down another player. 62 players still alive there. One will be eliminated as well. Knocked by Purse from up there. The other direction might have been easier. Kill goes to T-Bomb though. That's in the direction of the Mea, who's trying to get some intel in for the Sweaty Farmers. So almost all the teams made it to the circle. Well, all the teams made it to the circle. Next circle will take some more time. Justus spotted by Forever Lone. Edix as well. He's trying to take the glider lesson seriously. Spotting for his team. Question, what happens if you go with the glider into an EMP circle? Will the glider stop working? Is spotted on top of the hill. Gets tagged by Nidix. This Sparta moving forwards by car. Nidix spotting for them. That little compound right in front of them will be free. Sheila gets a kill against Bombay. Hicks has found an angle to shoot a bit at Fairy Tail. April spotted by Boostic. He's trying to retreat a bit. Trying to get back to his teammates. They want to play the road, it seems. Face off against 180R. Circle shift quite central. Good position for Slam G here. Not on top of the rocks, but at least close to it. And one might drop on the rocks here. Yep. Scanning, trying to land there. Turning in. Looking good. So, without dope on top of the rocks here. Forever Alone dropping down. Yeah, they're getting shot at by both sides now. Forever Alone gets knocked by Luke. Getting a bit too low. Will not be able to help Forever Alone, so he will most likely bleed out. Scanning is unable to jump up there. Has no smoke, so his only bad would be... Oh, he has a smoke launcher. Critbow is he kill against Lucky. That happened over here. Kark's knocked as well. Let's see if Dulik will be able to res Karks. Fighting against it though. Matt Negative gets a kill in. This means E-Wave left with 2 players as well. And well, the more kills I get on Erangel, the less kills I get on Rondo, it seems. Still, anything can happen on Rondo. Dex still flying around here. Nice tack against Swain. And another one against Matt B. Watch out now. Oof. That hurt. Let's see the airdrop, hopefully, I guess. First banding circle, shift again to the eastern part of the map. Shots coming out against E-Wave, and that's it. Mossboard with the double kill against Dulik and Picasso. Foyre Sands with some shots in the direction of Sand. Gillikai gets knocked and flushed. That happened over here. Rokili again killed first. Rotation not in his favor. Driving around here. Braxco got killed as well. Trying to fly his plane. Or his glider, there we go. This formerly was Braxco. Now it's sadly dropping down there. Let's see if his body is around here-ish somewhere. Should have fallen down. Up there. There's Breck's body. Be the ace. Get your throne. Well, in this case, he did not get it. Scan in. More shots coming out by Forever Alone and scanning in the direction of Mosport. Blue against Code Marco. And Higgs gets killed. No, what? Where did that happen? Oh my gosh. I missed the fight of a century. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, chat. Eternal Faha, burning alive. Put us to Grove Street. Got the kills in. I would have loved to show you that. Now from behind, Mepe with the knock against Magore. Will most likely bleed out. There we go. Killed Mepe. And now it's 180R eliminated by sleep. Sleep dodges. And again, we missed the fight. And again, I'm quite sorry. Guru gets a kill against Sparta. That's Ward facing off against Nedix and Justus. Together with 80. I did see him. Nice headshot against Svart. 80 coming in from the other side, and that's it. Only one man left. And Nedix gets a knock in against Vart. Against T-Bone. My fault. Pixel still a way to go. From the side now. Was seen by Nedex. Just waiting for him, and that's it. Pixel! With that cat-like reflexes, he floors Nedex. Driving back now in the direction of the sand here. But we have another fight. 4 Angry Sands facing off against 7 Gaming here. Not quite sure what happens there with Quickstep. Kazoo trying to get closer here. But, well, 4 Angry Sands will get the rest for Quickstep. Then play further. What's coming out in the direction of Brightside. The loudest car possible. That negative, knocked and flush. As well as the knock against Mosport by Forever Alone. 6 kills, 4 without dope, 7. You count in that one. Anybody's over closer as well, trying to get an angle in against Scanning and Forever Alone. Spray out against Scanning. And Forever Alone takes home the last kill against the Sleep Dodgers. They are eliminated by Without Dope. 8 kills, and they did get a free bus. Chris knocked. Crosscar with the knock against Pixel. Pain's last man standing for Ascent. 0 kills so far in this match. Swain. Just stay there, and Ascent, well, eliminated on rank 11 after Swain took that kill with him. Losh by Opium's Enjoyer against Purrs. And he gets knocked as well by that, well, red zone from Akatsuki. Kiska, last remaining player, gets a knock in against Red Fury. Molly coming out. And another knock. Volley perfect. Right on top of Trinotropica and Red Fury. Question is, nope. Tiska gets killed by the circle, and that's it. Elimination complete. What's going out in the direction of Akatsuki, Nate Balurix. Is a bit too short. Well, it wasn't that too short. But still a bit too short. Footballist against Bushido. Swain's the last man standing for Bushido. Double Nate against Aidsy and Vard. Well done. This just leaves Pixel as the last man standing as well. Katsuki taken out. 7 Gaming. What happened around here? Boosting, moving closer. Right side with a knock against eBay. We're down to 8 teams, so everybody gets placement points now. Sweaty Farmers in the only compound which is still in the circle. It's the only bigger compound. In the back we can see Fairy Tale. Shiplist has an angle against them though. 0 kills so far for TBA. April said, I'm gonna go for that push. I'm gonna do it. Gotta get him. Well, we got the card though. Pixel with a kill against Akatsuki. Said spray against boosting, not successful. The last man standing for without dope. Also coming in. Might be not too bad against Swain, who's flashing in from behind. Trying to push Slam G here. eBay and Demir with the knocks against Fairy Tale. Forever Alone pushing through the blue. Ambush spotted. That's it. TBA now coming in as well. 5 teams remain. On the side, Yara Lisboya gets knocked by eBay. Still 4 player left for the Sweaty Farmers. Crosscow holding the angle. Nice spray against eBay and Jakob. Björnta with a nade gets the kill against Yara and gets a knock in against Selpy. Crosscow has seen Demir. Tack in, tack out, and gets the knock as well. This only leaves Björnta. That mighty knock against Selpy. Ship list. The tree, blue zone nade coming out. Pushing Björnta aside. Still trying to heal up. He wouldn't survive this. And that's another kill for the lineup from TBA. Pixel, our last snake. 10 kills so far for him. 3 kills for Swain. 4 kills for Bushido. Swain trying to get into the circle now. Then we have Slam G and TBA with each 3 players left. Swain says, alright, I'm gonna take cover behind this car or this car, and well, all nice cars. Pixel sees Crosscow now. And gets the knock in. Yeah, well, proning is not the best action to take. Especially when someone like Pixel is quite close to you. But you never know. Therefore, TBA left with only 2 players. Just Shipless and Selpy. So moving back. Best move you can do. While Artix is coming close. Checking out what TBA might be doing. Biggest problem for TBA is they don't know Slam G is the team here on the side. So it would be a 2 against 2 or a 2 against 3 fight. Wayne getting pushed by Pixel. And Pixel gets the kill. Hold on, Swain down. Selpy on top of the hill. Has a good vantage point against Slam G. Shipless not so much. Artix still waiting for his chance. Pixel spotted by Selpy. Can still see his feet. No, you can't. Lorix has to watch out since he's still since he's still on top of the roof here. Selpy trying to use a dodge here. They might crash now. Pixel trying to move forwards inch by inch. Trying to maybe get some intel in. And now it's Shipless with the kill against Pixel. This leaves us with Slam G against TBA. Blue stick not moving an inch. Shipless did see him, but too late. And now it's Selpy against the world. Nice headshot against Lurix. It's dropping down now. 90 in hand. Nice tax. And Selpy does it again. Now it's a 1-on-1. Or possible 1-on-1. Retreating. Selpy's moving forwards. Perfect nade. Right on Artix. Hope we try this again. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Slam G gets the win with 6 kills. More kills, though, by Foot with 12. Then we have TBA with 1,900 damage. And the Sweaty Farmers with 7 assists. I'm going to hop over for a quick break before I'll be back with match number 4. And we are dropping down on Chago. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. Foot Esports taking another chunk out of the competition. 51 points, almost. Well, considering we're playing 6 games, if they continue like this, they will have over 100 points today in the scrims, which is a number of its own. Then we have the guys from Bushido with 30 points. 29 points for Without Dope, 25 for Eternal Fire, 18 points for TBA, 16 each for Slam G, and 7 Gaming. Then we have Grove Street with 14, 12 points for Ascent, 12 as well for the Mizov, 10 each for the Sweaty Farmers and 180R, 9 points each for Fairy Tail and the Sleep Dodgers, 8 for Akatsuki. And last but not least, we have E-Wave and 4 Angry Sens, which with each 7 points. And because, like I said, we are not done yet, we will hop over to the, well, kind of one of the newer maps-ish with Tego. There we go. And as you can see, our plan pass this time starts below Song Am and will end quite close and to the right of Wolong, which means that the teams have a bit of a problem reaching everything to the right of this line, which means Ohyang, Kangnoing, Airport, the shipyard here, Yongchuan might be reachable. Same goes for Terminal. Nonetheless, still quite 50% of the map are not reachable for the teams, which means they might need to search for alternative drop spots before they can land somewhere else and get in a not so favorable position in a hot drop, maybe. Let's see who will drop where and which teams will get a piece of the cake in the end. Match number 4 starting now. We are back on Takeover. And I have to say, I didn't realize I changed the number for the match. But, well, I did, actually. So, kudos to myself. Yeah, there we go. First teams have dropped out, which are Fairy Tale, 100 ADR, Without Dope, TBA, 4 Angry Sands, E-Wave. Then we have Akatsuki, as well as the Sleep Dodgers and Slam G. Eternal Fire dropping out. Same goes for Bushido and Grove Street, followed by the Sweaty Farmers, Footballist. And still in there, we have Ascent and TMO, as well as 7 Gaming. TMO dropping out here. Ascent following suit. And I am mistaken because those two are 2 coaches. 7 Gaming going for Terminal, it seems. That wasn't where I wanted to go. Well, it kind of was where I wanted to go. Because Boostek is quite close here to Mossboard. Will most likely want to play the UMP here. Wow, jumping headshot with the UMP here. Sankara has seen him, gets a knock in as well. One-on-one trait. Going for the flush here. We're going for the race on Boostek. Well, unfortunate for the Sleep Dodgers, they lost their first player. Let's check out. Circle shifted quite central, which means that Grove Street, 7 Gaming, Eternal Fire, Sweaty Farmers, Footballist, and Slam G, as well as the Sleep Dodgers and Akatsuki are currently in the circle, except for Mufasa, who's currently out of the circle, because God knows why. Bushido also with Celtic already in the circle. They're holding this bridge here. This bridge here to the west, which will most likely be an entry point for Angry Sands, maybe. Not quite sure if they will go there, but most likely not. All the teams will try to get to the circle quite early. A lot of teams might gamble for this side here, for the northeastern part of the circle, because currently it's 50-50-ish. If we use this should be roughly 50%. So yeah, currently it's quite a fair split. All teams still with the possibility that the circle might shift to their side of the river. HC so far bit split from his team. Saying, alright, I want to play this compound here. Maybe we'll find someone. In this case, it might be the Sweaty Farmers. So far, we don't have any trouble. Just arriving for the Musov close to Godok, which is currently being the home of the Sweaty Farmers. But Godok is big and therefore go for it. You will not find them till it's too late. First says, alright, I'm going to destroy the vases here. Okay. That's not where I want to go. I want to go here. Eternal Fire facing off against Akatsuki. Shilla dropping back a bit. Also says, alright, I'm gonna go for the push. Trying the drive by. Nobody. Oh! From the side. Wrong side. It's Shilla. From the other side, it's the Matt. Needs to reload now. It's coming out. Red Fury has a different angle in mind. Mufasa most likely will bleed out. There we go, another nade. And that's it for him. Akatsuki retreating, saying, alright, we don't want a piece of this fight. Spray from Hisoku against Marco. Now they are retreating. Shilla says, I got an angle, I got an angle. But Fury knocked as well. But becoming close. Trina's Tropica behind the rock. Made by Quedpa. Not too bad. And another knock. And in the back we can see Hisoku retreating. This means we are down another 4 players. Another 3 players. Which gets us to a total of 63. Slucky knocked by Deka. Not sure where that happened. I guess over here somewhere. Another knock against Picasso. Trying to crawl away. Kark's down as well. So more kills. 4-7 gaming. And this leaves us with just 1 player for E-Wave, which is Dulik, who's currently, well, quite far away. Saying, I don't want a piece of that cake. It's not tasting too good. Circle being filled here. Shots from 180 ADR and Fairy Tale. Spray by Komi Bombi is not too good. Not able to get a knock in against Eternal Fire. They did stop though, because the car blew to heavens. Still have another Dacia around here. Medkit in the back. Shilla a bit far away. Makejob trying his best to ignore the shots raining down on his glider. And on him. Fueling the vehicle. Okay. Jacob might find Nedex in the near future. Or is it Justice? No, Nedex. Attack against the mat by Hicks. Playing with some shots in the direction of Quickstep. Swain thinking, don't fly over me, Nekjop. That's not too nice. Zoku quite close to Scannon, just sitting here waiting. Again, watching the compound from 180R. Let's check where the circle might shift. I guess for them. Well, it did again go for main island. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to drop over here. Oh well, I am mistaken. Good position now for 7 Gaming. Terminal being completely free is another kind of upset. Bushido might try to... Oh yeah, Nakeyop is still in the glider. Bushido might try to camp the bridge now. Not quite sure if they really want that, because it's quite far away from everything here. Dulik. Can hear the car of 180R arriving. Spray, as well as innate, not good. Nice nade. This one did hit. Now they're flying through everywhere. Zoo getting killed by the miss-off. Isoku making his way into the circle as well. Gilly kills Pains with an 8. Chris gets the knock-in against 80. The kill against 80. Not quite sure what happened here. Maybe the guys will enlighten me later on. Project X left with the links and the knock. Lurix gets killed as well by Tisco. 2 kills for him. Sweaty Farmers moving up. Getting shot at by TBA. Oh. And Indicative, the last 2 remaining players for the Sleep Dodgers. Searching for a possible drop spot, going for this little compound here. I saw this much. Yeah, they have a car over here. One of them might try to go for the car, the other one will drop for the compound. Both going for the car. Or not. Oh, there. Indicative going for this compound here. Now with the kill against Boo Sticks. Brax getting shot at by Björta and the other Sweaty Farmers. Oh, start off gas, so has to do something. This looks interesting. Didn't know we had an animation like that. Show the fluttering and the air of the glider wings. With more shots in the direction of 7 Gaming due to observer bug. The door looks closed. In fact, it's open though. Right over here we have the Mexican standoff between the Sweaty Farmers and TMO. TMO waiting for another team to arrive, and in this case it might be Ascent. Shots in the direction of Braxco. Killing Chris. No, there's someone there now. Bullock with the knock against Bombay. Gets killed though. Matt. Teammates facing off against Bushido. knocked as well as Nakyup. Eternal Fire moving close now. Celtic says, I'm gonna run him over. Goes for the flush. That nade should hurt. Oh, not as much as I thought it might do. But Marco with a knock against Matt Bay. Nakyup gets knocked by Scannin. That nade was stuck. Marco on the mat now, facing off against Nakyup and Celtic. Flash coming out. Nice knock by Marco. Knocked as well the mat now, the last remaining player. And that's it. Swing gets the kill in. That's it. Eternal Fire eliminated, running 16. Circle shifts again. Still letting the others stay on the other side of the island. Now it shifts over. So with some shots in the direction of Project X left, who almost gets knocked there. Nice headshot. SCP-90 in hand though. Nate coming out. We're trying to drive out of range. The other side, we have Seifu quite close to Brexco. Not looking too good for his hand. Gets knocked. Did not see Seifu. And now he did see him. Matt Nicative gets knocked by Voxis. Kill confirmed. Point on the board for Grove Street. Shots from Without Dope in the direction of Bushido, while Magoric gets a knock against Akim. Last man standing here. Or Slam G. TMO close to the Sweaty Farmers. That's not where I wanted to go. I want to go here. Other knock-ins from this side and wow. What a nice nade. Therapy spotted and TBA eliminated by Pixel. Trying to go for the rest now. Has to watch out though. We hop over to Mugore. Ascent eliminated. Killing Chris did drive right into Voxes, it seems. Mugore. I'm not quite sure why he's not using first aid. Gets killed by Luke. He's just checking out of the circle. Now we are back with the Sweaty Farmers and TMO. We're taking care of them. Dimea knocked eBay. I know, Dimea down. Jacob knocked. But we only have Bjorn to left. He's trying to run away now. As fast as the wind, and his legs might take him. Bushido spotted by Deka. Jacob down. We're down to 12 teams. Nice tag by Luke here. Throw the last remaining player. Falls asleep, dodges. Bjorn is the last remaining player for the Sweaty Farmers, trying to hide in this bush here. Which works quite well on Takeo. As well as on Erangel. As well as on Rondo. Not as much on Erangel or Miramar. Grove Street left with 3 players. 5 kills to the name already. Everything else so far is on range. Circle shifts to the south, which means that we might have a breach by TMO in the direction of Grove Street. So earlier. The A stuff with P90 in hand. Game with the Panzer against Otherworldly. Bookie, the last man standing for 100 ADR. How? How did he survive that nade? Rest time for Opium Some Joy. He might not be fast enough. This is already phase 5. He has to hurry now. This was a knock against Needex. So let's hop back over here. Sparta right below boxes. Go for the flush against Protodates. Left! And Vox is just jumping down there. And that's it for TMO. And Sparta should have not gone for that kill. For that flush. Björn on the other side, still waiting his push. Show still waiting behind his car. This just leaves us with 9 teams, because Opium's Enjoy got killed by They Are One. Isoku also the last remaining player for Akatsuki. Look, they are all proning in behind something. Isoku needs to move forwards. Pixel now with a knock and flush against Nakyop. Clutches eliminated. Show was found by Kazoo. Bullist facing off against Bushido. Scanning quite close here. Might be able to do something. They're flying in. It's without dope flying in here. Swain gets killed as well. Layer 1 being the, well, the victim here in that fight. Grove Street now is quite close to Footballist. Pixel moving forwards. Scanning kills Heizoku. And as Akatsuki leaves us on rank 7. Pixel did see Grove Street there. Made in hand. Might be good. Nope. Grove Street retreating. Seifu getting a kill otherwise. Against Grynix. Or a knock against Grynix here. That will be too short. Right side. Moving forwards. We're down to 6 teams. Bombi with a knock against Scanning. Gets the kill in. Bullist facing off against Grove Street. Well, they have Fairy Tail facing off against Without Dope. Where I want to go. I want to go to Bombi. One right in front of him gets is spotted and therefore eliminated. Fairy Tail out. Without Dope out, thanks to Fairy Tail. 2 players left here. We can see Perez Hoppers took home the AWM. But over here, the fight between Grove Street and Foot is brewing. Pixel knocked. Vart going for T-Bone going for the rescue. Gets Teifu over here. Last man standing for Grove Street. That's alright, I'm gonna take care here of the car. Good. So silent. Pixel and T-Bone out now. Gunter not going for the safe kill there. That would have been a safe point. So this just leaves us with Fairy Tale. As well as 7 Gaming. Nice shots and the knock by Deka against April. Second place most likely for Piotr here. He gets killed. Piotr now the last remaining player. F7 Gaming. Ossine gets some shots in, but that's it. GT well played. 7 Gaming taking home the winner chicken dinner. And match number 4. 10 kills, 1,860 damage, and 6 assists. We're going to hop over for a quick break, and then I'll be back with you for match number 5. The first match on Miramar. And we are back with the hopefully updated leaderboard. There we go. 60 points, still the lead for the esports. Then we have Without Dope with 37 on rank 2. 36 for 7 Gaming, another point less for Bushido. Then 29 points for Eternal Fire, 26 for Grove Street, 19 for Fairy Tale, 18 each for Slam G and the Sweaty Farmers, as well as TBA. 16 for the Misoff, 14 each for 100 ADR and 4 Angry Cents, 13 for Ascent, 9 each for Akatsuki and Sleep Dodgers. And last but not least, we have E-Wave with 7 points. And like I said, we are now back to the, well, sandy map, because we are going over and hopping on the plane to Miramar. Oh, this was the wrong button. There we go. That's the button. So you see stuff as well. As you can see, our plane starts quite close to the oasis and will end below the resort. This means, as you can see here, this should be roughly the reachable area if you drop out the plane. Roughly, like I said, this should be roughly 1.5 kilometers here. And as you can see, this means Campo Militar, Tierra Bronca, El Azahar, as well as Impala, will not be that great of a reach. Same goes for El Pozo and Prison, as well as Alcantara. But they won't take the teams from trying and even driving there, or running there, or biking there, or, well, getting there by any means necessary to loot from their favorite loot spots. Now, as you can see, the plane is going for it. We have, for everybody being a fan of Ascent, bad message. Paints, unfortunately, did not make it back in time for the match, so he will be replaced by Ban this time. So he has his first scrim game. Next time, Paints will be back, though. It's just being played by TMO. Then we have La Cabrera being played, or the La Cabrera Crater Field split being played by the Sleep Dodgers. Between those, we have, of course, Fairy Tale. Then we have Ascent playing the Water Treatment split. Akatsuki going for the Hacienda split. To their right, we have, or to the right and below, we have Without Dope. Sweaty Farmers going for the Power Grid split. San Martin being played by TBA. El Pozo being played by Grove Street. Then we have 7 Gaming with the Montenegro split. Bushido being quite close here to Kusakabe from Without Dope. I'm not quite sure he wants to go there. Maybe trying to go for a car or something. Because initially you should have seen that there's someone here. If I was him, I would try to go for the car below him. And I guess that's what he's trying to do. I'm not quite sure what I did to up the other players anymore in the overview. Let's do this quickly. This works very well. Zoku. Close to their one. Tropica moving close as well. Something Forever Alone might see. Shots coming out. Tropica leaving the car on the wrong side. That's very unfortunate for Akatsuki. I think the first player quite that early. Scan it with a knock against Mufasa. So cool, gets knocked by their one. And this just leaves Red Fury. Panther in hand. You know, with the nade in hand. Oh no, he's not the last. Who's the last then? Oh, their coach, who's not yet dead yet. So, yeah, that happens if the coach is unaware of what to do. So he has to deep dive now. So his team might die. Very unfortunate. But well, as you can see, Akatsuki is no more. Rank 17 for them. They might get 16th place if another team dies before them. Or before their coach. Now they are eliminated. Circle shifted to the south again. An awful lot of south circles today. We had 2 in PGS. Those ended around here-ish. Here-ish? But yeah. So, not the best circles when it comes to luck though. As you can see, a lot of teams still need to make their move to the circle. We have TMO over here. Ascent over here. Sleep Dodgers over here. Then we have Grove Street still in Oposo. Montenegro still being played by the guys from 7 Gaming. Then we have over here the guys from the Sweaty Farmers without Dope, as well as TBA going for the rotation. Then we have E-Wave, some G moving in over here. So this most likely will their rotation, maybe going for Resort. Und herzlichen Dank an Gideon für den Raider Reno. Willkommen zusammen. Ich caste für euch ein bisschen die PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Wir haben auch ein paar deutsche Teams mit dabei, unter anderem auch Ascent sowie TMO mit deutscher Beteiligung durch Justus und die Sweaty Farmers. So, Bushido taking care of the, well, of the edge and the beach here. They just barely landing on the roof. Grove Street still here in El Pozo. They still have a lot of way to go before they will reach the circle. Because as you can see, this is a kind of the longest rotation. The only team which had a longer rotation, RTMO, which did drive here from Lacaberry going for this rotation, most likely trying to get into the east of the circle. The guys from Grove Street either will try to take the rotation to Los Leones, or if they are lucky, they will use an emergency pickup. Well, we can see that Eternal Far has found some new friends in form of Fairy Tale. Chilla, the last remaining player here. Lamat and Quetpa, unfortunately knocked by... Not quite sure who that is. Let's see, minimap. Tell me more. Minimap does not tell me more. April! Is getting the flush now. Chilla still quite close to Griffith. Question is, does Griffith know that he's there? No, he does not, and therefore the revenge is best served cold, or in this case, ice cold. Chilla takes home the kill against Griffith. Now, Fairy Tale left with 3 players standing. April, Call Me Bombay, and Brightside might be going for the revenge kill, but they are still a bit apart. This is the hall, the warehouse to the right of El Pozo, above Puerto Paraíso. And April's all the way here. And in the back we can see Footballist arrived in form of Vart. And in this case T-Bone on the bike. Vart a Skur, HC, and Pixel. Shots from Akeem in the direction of Nakyop. See what our rotations have in store for us. Then with some shots in the direction of TMO. Still rotating quite close to without Dope here. Today, Ben is playing for Pains, so don't wonder why Ben is driving around here and Pains is not here. Pains did not make it back in time, and Ben is currently being used as the coach or playing the coach slot. And well, he might die now, considering how close he drives to Forever Alone. He's not willing to shoot yet. Just given the intel to his teammates. See that Chris and Killy are not quite far away. Back here. More shots coming out by Sween. The direction of Dulik. Right over here, the Sleep Dodgers are fighting against TMO. And Yosus with a nice knock against anybody. Oh, he's able to deflect. He was able to deflect the nade with his body. Holy smokes, I didn't see that yet. The missile. So far, well, with a quite awful day, or so-so day. 50-50 Sleep Dodgers getting another knock in this time. It's a From without dope. There's only one player left, which is Shro. Who's trying to get away here. It's not looking too good for the Sleep Dodgers. As we can see, almost all the teams made it to the circle, or to the old circle. Grove Street finally there. Next circle shifted for the holes where Crosscar is currently at. Just moving forwards. And Ascent going for the Italian. There are some shots here. Not help him there. So Shro quite close to the Soldat. Or Milk from the Misov. Edic's driving in as well now. So with some shots. That's coming in from the side as well. That might be the last we see of the Sleep Dodgers in this match. As this continues. Trying to face off against two players is, well, quite a task on its own. I'm moving forwards. Artix has to watch out here. At the back we can see E-Wave positioning themselves. Did see Slacky there. Burning Mirado. In this case, blown Mirado. With the spray against 7 Gaming. Deka in trouble. Quick step not yet fast enough to go for that spray. More shots coming out. Ozzy tries again. Not able to get that knock in. This time he is though. Flush confirmed against Deka. Therefore, another player leaves the battlegrounds. Or remains on the battlegrounds would be more correct, I guess. That's in the direction of Karks. Sand in trouble. Fighting against Selpy and his teammates from TBA. Not quite sure why Selpy did not see Brex dodging down here. Now he did. Crosscar not sure what to do. Gets hit by Killy. Works with a knock against Dulik. And a bit in trouble. Tries his best though. Like I said, only playing as a stand-in for Pains. Bro with the knock against Nidax. Not be able to get anything off that. Slime G facing off against the wave here. The Arctics and Lurix trying their best to get a knock in here. We check the map. This is the most close fight cock still alive here. Getting a knock in against Brightside is finally possible. Took some time for him. And right here we still have Schiller as last man standing for Eternal Fire. Thrown out with the double knock against Nidek and Soldat. Now it's just Justus and he is eliminated as well. Sleep Dodgers taking care of the miss off on rank 16. Jesus Christ. Guys are in trouble. He's moving forwards. It's like he has a good angle there, theoretically. But Bay with a knock against, with a flush against Salpy. Oh, did he not see him? He did now. Okay, so now moving forwards. Without doubt eliminated. Kills go to the Sweaty Farmers and Kazoo. Lorix was tagged as well. I'm not quite sure where he was hit from. Molly against Artix. As well. Nice. What? Oh, it was, well, it was Seifu from above. Was the knock against Lurix. Bro still alive in the blue. Has to move forwards, but is behind the Sweaty Farmers. Trying his best to get another kill in, though. Circle shifted again. South. More knocks by Pixel here. They're still waiting on the other side of the hill. Pixel moves over, gets a kill in. And Kazoo is eliminated. Now going for the rescue. Trying to get T-Bone to safety. eBay gets knocked by 80. Quite far away. Jonta gets knocked as well by Shro. And this just leaves Jacob. His last man standing for the Sweaty Farmers. Arctic's still alive as well. Has found a bicycle. Quite sure what he's trying to do with that. Guess trying to get out of the door is an option. Jonta down into the circle. Jacob now out of that little shack. Bro trying to make a run for it. 926 damage to his name. That's a lot of damage. He's still lucky that he has a car here. Question is, will that save him or not? 20 bandies for first days. He needs to pull another one. Not quite sure why he didn't check this box. Oh well, you do you. 13 teams with 32 players alive remain. Let's check out what we see. Jacob moving forwards. This right here is interesting. Grove Street moving forwards. In Brexco found Jacob there for Sweaty Farmers eliminated on ring 13. In match number 5. Ward gets a kill against Cross Cow. OP, not sure what to do. Project 8's left just waiting for him to shoot so he knows where he's at. Correctly. Ban now with the knock against Nakeyob. Let's hop over to Ascend. No, that's not Ascend. Let's hop over to Ascend here. Swain. Right there in the molly. He's not seeing him, but he gets killed anyway. Double kill. 3 kills so far by Ban. He's, like I said, playing a stand-in for Pains. Now from the side at 80. Coming in, getting the knock and flush in against Ban. Killy's still proning. Slacky searching for a car. Did find an airdrop there. So here's fresh tier 3 gear. Car's quite close to Brexco. Moving up the hill. And we'll bleed out. Shill's still waiting here. Arctic's now with a knock against Project Ace left. See if he gets a knock flush against Tiska. Zoo still has 3 nades. I'm not quite sure why he's not using them. Bro finally dies to 80. So he was still alive. I thought he was dead already. This one is an 8. Who's going home for a home run? And, well, it wasn't too bad. We'll see now with the knock against Voxis. They're now facing off against 2 sides. Slam G eliminated. Ban knocked another time. Because it looks like Ascent brought him back. Shots coming out. Brex with the knock against Karks. Getting now the last man standing here. And that's it. Slacky eliminates Brexco and Picasso eliminates Killy. There's just leaves Slacky though, because Picasso knocked by 80, and that's it. E-Wave eliminated on rank 6. 7th place for the players from Ascent. Schiller. The last snake, if I'm not mistaken. We have 4 players left for Footballist. Another good round for them. 3 players left for 180R. 2 players left for Grove Street. And last but not least, 3 players left for Fairy Tale. Seifu and Vazoo. Facing off against April. Call me Bombay and Brightside. As well as last but not least, right here, the lineup from Footballist. Game facing off against T-Bone. Nice tax here, and he gets Enoch. They won't get the flush, though. Ward with the AWM. What? Through the smoke. Holy shit. And 8C finishes. 10 kills again for Footballist. Like I said, if they continue like that, this might be their 10-point scrims today. From the back, it's Schiller coming in. Gets the knock against the first and the second. And now Schiller against 80. 80 was nade in hand. Gets knocked, but Schiller gets killed by the nade. And this just leaves Pixel to get retribution and get his teammate back on his feet. The problem is his car is bugging, and he's bugging below his car. So I'm not quite sure if this is a safe spot. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, yeah? If you die below this car, because you stand there, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh very hard. $180R having the most of the circle. Due to the position on Grove Street. Position from 180R is a better one. So let's see. One is nobody. 3 is Seifu. 2 is Wazoo. So we do this and this. 3, 4 is this. 5 and 6 is this. So we do Pixel on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those guys will be 7, 8, 9. Pixel going for rotation. Until for 9 in hand. Shot coming in from behind. Vazoo with some tax against April. Right side tries with the AWM. This is good for Pixel. Some time for him to move forwards. Safe or not, Vazoo trying to get back. Pixel now gets another knock in. Knocks against Brightside and Call Me Bombay. This just leaves April. Molotov in hand. And he gets a kill against Pixel. Now it's a 1 against 1 against, well, 1.5. Bombi will go down, but is able to get some intel in. Zoo just in front of Rick. Gets killed. That's it. Grove Street eliminated. X over here. Made in hand. Bit too far. Right. This nade finds April quite well. this one knocks him. This just leaves right side as last man standing for Fairy Tale. And this will be not a Fairy Tale. This will be 180R. And that's it. GG, well played. Hicks gets a kill in for 180R. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 7 kills. 11 kills though for Foot with 1,560 damage and 6 assists. Shows that they took an awful lot of people out of this lobby. Let's hop over for a quick break, and after that I'll be back with you for match number 6. And we are almost down to our last match of the day. 75 points. I wanted to say 75%, but yeah, 75 points, and 75% of those 100 points that Foot might be aiming for, they have already. Then we have 44 points for Without Dope, 37 for Bushido, 37 as well for 7 Gaming, 35 for Grove Street, 34 for Eternal Fire, 31 for Fairy Tale as well as 180R. Then 21 for Slam G, 20 each for the Sweaty Farmers, Ascent and TBA, 18 for the Miss-Off, 17 for Angry Sense, 13 each for E-Wave and the Sleep Dodgers, and last but not least, 9 points for Akatsuki. And this means, let's hop over, because one last match on Miramar awaits us. As you can see, our playing path is quite-ish similar to the last match. This time a bit more to the west. And as you can see, this roughly here is the range the players can drop to, roughly. So there's still a bit of stuff left the players will not be able to reach. But let's put this aside. One last time, a big metal bird in the sky will bring us 68 players, which will drop all over. Oh no, even more. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, even more player to drop over the map and get some chicken dinner for themselves. First to drop out are footballists as well as the guys from Without Dope, followed by them. Following them are 180R, E-Wave, Slam G, Eternal Fire, the guys from 4 Angry Sense. Don't confuse them with Navi, even though yellow is quite similar. Bushido, as well as Eternal Fire. We already had Eternal Fire. 7 Gaming, The Sweaty Farmers, Akatsuki, and TBA. Then we have Grove Street. Following them are Fairy Tale, as well as Ascent. And then we have the Sleep Dodgers. And last but not least, the guys from TMO. And I'm not quite sure what Davis is doing here. Guess he was AFK a bit. Coach, you should kill yourself. So I'm not quite sure if this is the right decision to do so. But yeah, nonetheless, we do have a little of a conflict here between footballists Vard. And if I'm not mistaken, this should be Scanning from Without Dope. We did steal that car right under the nose. Artix moving closer to Slacky. Quite sure if this... Yeah. 30 bullets in his AK. I'm not quite sure if this is enough for a fight. You can see Slacky in the back. Now we can't. Now we can. Now we can't. Now we can. Now we can't. Going up the roof. I'm not quite sure if Artix... Watching this side. Brightside with the first kill. This time against Yaradi Bozai from TBA. Arctic still waiting for his chance. It's a Kami skin, if I'm not mistaken. And gets a knock-in flush against Slocky here. I'm not quite sure why the body shooting, but maybe Slacky did steal that drop spot. Not quite split from his teammates. 80 in Valdemar. What happened there? Football is doing weird things. It's doing even weirder things. Crossbow driving away here. First rotations already on the way. As you can see, the circle shifted to the north, which means that a lot of teams already are in it. 7 Gaming, E-Wave, Slam G, 180R, 4 Angry Sense, Eternal Fire, as well as Footballist and Without Dope still need to make their way to the circle. Ball is getting picked up by... I guess that should be T-Bone. And this is getting interesting. Tropica sees Neokyops. Shots being fired. And he's... Oh. Thought he would continue, but no. He stopped for a brief moment. More shots coming in by Mufasa. Wide split by Akatsuki. Soku getting shot at by Chris. Celtic with the knock against Mufasa. And the next kill is being confirmed by Swain. Only Soku's only possibility was to dodge this. Might take care of this Italian above here, but looks like he's trying to get back to his teammates. Drive-by try from Picasso. Artix was not there. No, Makora was not there in the church tower. E-Wave quite a bit mad that Slacky was killed by Slam G here. The Lurix up here. Who is just realizing, hey, I didn't reload. Well, that hurt. But yeah, you're learning through pain, I guess. Lick trying to get an angle in. Boostic trying to get an angle in as well. Lick has his crosshair set on Lurix. Agora driving in behind and below him, to be precise. Dropping over here, Molly. Kark's trying his best to fend off the arriving forces of Slam G. Oh, perfect nade. That even bounced up here and down there. Well done. Picasso knocked as well. And this just leaves Dulik. He's now thinking, why didn't I shoot earlier? Why didn't I? Now getting hit at by Artix. You can see Lurix advancing. Not able to get that knock in yet, but he's able to get it now. And this is it. Boostic finally jumping out the window. E-Wave eliminated on rank 17. Yeah, 68 players was correct. Schiller arriving in San Martin, quite close to Selby. Shots against most likely Ascent from April here. Yes, it is Ascent. Oh, nice hit by Bombay against Soldat. Swain as well as Marco having just barely a dip here. A little piece they can shoot through. But has been spotted by Swain now. Red Fury trying to dodge that fight against Celtic. This is our closest contenders. These are our closest contenders. Kazoo might be able to get a kill in against, well, AC, but dodging that now. Oh no. Pixel saying, alright, I'm gonna fly, I'm gonna tell you where everyone is. And I like this animation here. Rarely see that. The air running over the plane. Didn't know we had something like that. Well, Pixel, you better watch where you shoot, where you flying. Okay, it's almost knocked there. by Deka. AT&T Bone. Moving up the hill. Or moving down the hill. I'm not quite sure. And 180R is eliminated by Code Marco. That happened around here-ish, I guess. No, it's not it. Around here. There we go. Picks over here. And right here. In the entrance, we have Akim. More sports. Trying to protect himself against TMO. It's not looking good for him. Nate coming out. Blue zone nade by more sports. Oh, that's a perfect nade! What the hell? I want a nade. Please somebody clip that. That's a perfect nade. That's a perfectest of perfect nades. And, well, that's might it. This might be it for his Chris. To get out of the car. Facing off against Needix. Nice headshot. He coming in from the side. Smoke coming out. Nade going out. Needix has to retreat there. Chris able to get away. Killing with the knock against Needix. That's not where I wanted to go. I aim for Kelly. Hello. Sometimes this observer mode is quite weird. Akatsuki saying, alright, if Chris turns, jumps around on that hill, well, he's fair game. On top of the hill, quite close. Below him R7 Gaming. Good thing they don't know he's there. But he knows. So, shh. Don't tell anyone. How the heck did Perds get up here? Oh, well, you can climb over here. So yeah, Perts. Yeah. Perts over here. In the ridge. Says, alright, I'm gonna prone here. Don't do anything. At least not anything stupid. So also not doing anything. Which I thought we might see, so we might have some action, but the players decide against that. Saying, alright, we want a bit silence and, well, maybe not do anything deadly yet. But the farmers up here on the plane crash site. Jacob being right here. Circle shifted quite central for them, quite good. This means our possible end circle might be around here-ish or here-ish. Most likely. This means a lot of people will now move to San Martin. One of those teams being Bushido. Shots fired. Roscoe. Trying to get the knock in. Oh, there's Sack now. There's Sack now. Oh, unfortunate. Matt Bay gets knocked. Celtic. Trying to get somewhere. But, well, he's still alive for now. Long nade. Well, almost quite perfect by Schiller. So I'll be getting shot at by without dope as well. Sparta gets a knock against Pixel. We'll stay here with Celtic. Selby, if something happens. Fast split from TMO. I'm not quite sure this will pay out. They should catch up to NeedX. Just gets knocked by Swain. Very unfortunate that there was someone there. Another kill for Bushido. Crossbow takes another hit from the mat. I'm not mistaken. Farmer's still on top of the hill. Not quite sure what Kuzakabe is shooting at. Oryx takes a hit by Opie. Which means for Angry Sands finally might get some more damage and maybe a kill. Also some more shots in the direction of the Sweaty Farmers. Next circle shift will come in. Most likely going for a north shift here. The mat finally with a knock against Crosscow. Did try to get out of the building. Oh, the mat. 1 HP remains. Circle shift in favor of the hill. So our end circle will most likely be here. Good positioning for the Sweaty Farmers. Let's see where 7 Gaming is headed. I guess they are headed for disaster. See, 1 HP remains. Granix also almost knocked. Car will explode now. Decker gets knocked. Granix and Kazoo survive somehow. There's 0 damage. I'm not quite sure how he did that. But he did not get any damage. They are 1 below here. 80 with a knock against Soldat. Justus gets killed as well. Bushido, Eternal Fire, and Xalpi fighting here. There's some shots in the direction of its Chris. Rex moving close. Nate. Just over the ridge. And that's T-Bone with the knock against NeedX, flushed by Brexco. He will be back on his feet shortly. Brexco was seen by T-Bone. Nate coming out. It's not a bad one. Not a good one as well. Now it's 7 Gaming facing off against Sleep Dodgers. From behind we can see Grove Street as well as Wizard Dope coming in. Target with some nice shots against Jacob getting the knock in. But there's that. Nade against eBay was successful. Going to knock as well. This just leaves the mayor. Going for the rest on Jacob maybe. There's stuff happening all around, man. I hate this. I hate this. I'm not quite sure where to go. We don't see shit here. TBA is eliminated. Chris over there. Sparta trying to get some shots in through the blue. Will die now. H is the last remaining player for Footballist. Slam G annihilates 4 Angry Sands. 80 will need to move forwards. Percy, last man standing, 4-7 Gaming. Made by Seifu. Smoke from Purse. And another one. Still damage, but not enough damage. I did not want to go there. I wanted to go here. Foot eliminated. Chris has found 80. Project X left against Birds. Water coming in. Checking with Seifu. He's on 8. Spray coming out, and that's it for 7 Gaming. First gets a knock against Project X left, but gets killed in the process by Voxes. Oryx with a knock against Scanning. You can see the flush. Shots coming out. As we can see on the map now. It's a clusterfuck all over. Bombi with a nade. Chris gets a knock against Brightside. Brexco with a knock against... Oh, nice cook. Nicely cooked. Shots against Griffiths by Killy. Chris with that nade. That might be a good... That almost perfect. If it hadn't been as long cooked. Might have bounced off there. Shots against Lurix. Let's see where he's heading. Oh, heading for the disaster. Or not. He's lucky. Well, slightly disaster-ish, I guess. Trying to get to his teammates below the hill. Still have Nick up over here. Last player for Bushido. Over here we have Eternal Fire. As well as Akatsuki. Sent with another knock, this time against Griffiths. This just leaves Call Me Bombay. Oh, missed. Shots from Project X left now. We'll be in trouble. Rolling forwards. Not too much though. Otherwise Voxes might kill you. Chris with a kill here. Oops. There we go. And that did Chilla taking the bite out of Nakyop, and therefore Bushido eliminated on rank 9. Hisoku with the knock against Chris. Probably not sure where to move. There are opponents everywhere, I tell you. Fox is still on the hill over there. Let's up over to Slam G here. For the Sweaty Farmers. It's not sure where to watch. Wetbar with the knock against the Mea. Moving up here, nade in hand. Messina takes. Lorix moving in from the side, gets the knock against Quetba. Slam G 10 kills and another knock. Matt knocked as well. Molly coming out. Surprise, surprise. Artix gets knocked by Lurix. Is this just leaves Coat Marco? Trying his best to get some shots in against Boost again Magore. And that's it. GG, well played. Eternal Fire out on rank 8. Jacob and Timea, the last 2 remaining players. For the Sweaty Farmers, we got 3 players left. 4 without dope. Another 4 players left for Grove Street with a mighty position advantage. 3 players left for Ascent. Brexco already being quite close to Trinotropica. Who's just waiting for him. Jacob with a knock against Artix. Oh, Brexco. Good thing for him. He's behind that wall. Oh, that one was almost perfect. That angle play. Well done. Brex not sure where that came from. Maybe. I guess he was. Otherwise he wouldn't have taken that angle. Good position now for Ascent theoretically. There's not much cover. that blown boss, there might be a bit more. If it would have fallen in the other direction. They are now the last man standing for Sweaty Farms. I'm not quite sure if he has. Yeah, he now has seen Ollie coming out. He still gets burned. Slam G moving forwards. 14 kills to their name already. Soku with a knock against Killy. Pains gets a knock against Tropica. Sweaty Farmers eliminated. Kill from Hisoku against Demea. And now we're down to 5 teams with 13 players. So we don't see as much kills as I would like to show you. Soku quite close to Brexco. We go out through here. We can see Brex proning below the building. Sensing, all right, well, let's take over this side. Lurik's quite close to. Slam G, 15 kills already. That might be a 20 kill game for him. And still searching for Akatsuki. They did find Slam G though. Paints with a knock against Lurix. Not able to get the flush in. Kill it with the flash. Another flash. Waiting for his teammates. Another flash. Soku not seeing anything. Mugara knocked now as well. With a nade. And without dope eliminated. Soku's still alive. Let's move forward. Shots against Killy, but he turns it around like a flash. Feifu with a knock against Braxco, who gets a knock in against Project X stuff before that. And now Slam G saying, no guys, you can't go for the rest. You are not able to do so. Sand with 1.5 players left standing. Killy takes Pains back to his feet. Slam G with 2 players left. And Killy gets a knock in against Arctics. Kill as well. 10 kills for Ascend this round. This just leaves Boostic. On the other hand, we have Vazoo and Seifu. And for Ascend, we have Keely. Pains is knocked again. And killed. Smoke's coming out. Wally coming out. This means Keely's burning for now. Able to heal himself behind the shack. And that's it. GG, well played. To send out on rank number 3. This just leaves Boostic against Vazoo and Seifu. Just waiting for him. Nice shots against Seifu. And that's it. GG, well played. Winner, chicken dinner. Slam G takes home that win in match number 6. 17 kill. No, not Slam G. Grove Street takes home the win. Slam G, though, 17 kills with 2,785 damage and 10 assists. Holy smokes. That's a lot of kills and shit. Let's hop over for our... well, kind of partially match results before we head over to the last leaderboard of today. 8 kills for Grove Street, 3 for Vazoo and Seifu, 1 each for Project X, Lift and Voxes. On rank 2, we have Slam G with 17 kills. Artix and Mogoro with 3, Lurix with 4, and Boostic with 7. 11 kills as well for Ascend with 3 each for Brexco, Pains, and Chris, and 2 for Kiliakai. Akatsuki with 3 kills, 2 by Hisoku, 1 by Trinotropica. Then we have Without Dope on 5th with 2 points, or 2 kills, 1 by Scannin, 1 by There1. Sweaty Farmers with 2 kills, 1 by Demir, 1 by Jacob. Fairy Tail with 2 kills as well. Both were made by Brightside. Then we have 8 kills for Eternal Fire, 3 for Quetba, 2 each for Code Marco and the Mat, and 1 for Schiller. On rank number 9, we have Bushido with 3 kills, 2 by Swain, 1 by Celtic Oglu. 3 kills for 7 Gaming with 2 by Kazoo and 1 by Grynex. And then we have Foot Esports, 1 kill each for HC and T-Bone. 4 Angry Sense without kills. The Miss-Off with 3 kills, 1 by Sold Out, 2 by Sparta. 1 kill for TBA with Xalpi taking home the only kill in this round. Then we have the Sleep Dodgers, 100 ADR, and E-Wave without kills. So I'm going to check if we have an updated leaderboard already. Nope, not yet, so I'm going to calculate it on my own. Footballists, with those 2 points additionally, they have 77 points. Without Dope had 44 points prior. Got 3 points for placement, plus 2 points for kills, makes 5 points total, so 49 points for them. Bushido, 37 points, plus the additional 3 points, makes 40 points. 7 Gaming with 37 points, plus 3 points, makes 40 points as well. Decider being the placement points, which are in favor of 7 Gaming. Then we have Grove Street with 35 points so far on rank 5. But with their chicken dinner and those 8 kills, they got 18 points additionally, which makes 53 points. So they take over position number 2 so far. Eternal Fire with 34 points. Then on 6th place for now. But they get an additional 8 points for kills and 1 more point for placement, which means 9 points additionally. So 43 in total. Let's hop over for the updated leaderboard. And as you can see, I was correct with my math. So my math did math. 77 points for Foot Esports, 53 for Grove Street, 49 for Wizard Dope, 44 points for Slam G, taking home 4th place today. 43 for Eternal Fire behind them, 40 points each for Bushido and 7 Gaming. Then we have 36 points for Ascent, 34 for Fairy Tail, 31 for 100 ADR, 24 points for the Sweaty Farmers, 21 points as well for TBA and the Musov, 17 points for 4 Angry Sense, then 16 points for Akatsuki, 13 for E-Wave and the Sleep Dodgers. And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and tomorrow TGO will cast the scrims on his channel, so drop him a follow at official TGO, I guess it was. You can get his info with !lobby1. I will rate you over to someone else. Let's see who's alive and who's kicking and willing to take a raid. So enjoy, stay tuned, and see you next time.